Hello, it's Ivana, also known as the Alterous. I know I said I wasn't going to say that in the same sentence, but here I am. It sounds cringe, but whatever! Currently recovering from being sick, so I'm still sick, unfortunately, annoyingly. You know, February 14th is coming up, and a lot of girls, I would say, feel kind of entitled, and they think that Valentine's Day is literally just for them. And what's wrong with you if you feel like that? Like, you gotta come through for the man too. You know what I'm saying? If a person, an individual, has some significant other, a loved one, I think you should make stuff for them. So that's what I'm doing. So in December, I had this done. I picked the drawing that I'm gonna make. Then I look at the picture and then make the outlines. I've started doing this lately where I make the outlines for the drawing. Kind of like a rough draft of it. Just a general idea, kind of like map like all the parts out on the piece of paper that I'm gonna be doing. And then turn it into a drawing like that. So that's kind of what I did. And then I don't know what day this is of working on it. I just know I've been working for the past it was like 3 or 4 days so far that I've been working on it. And now I'm on the leg part. So I just gotta finish up the legs, and then I'll be done with the current drawing that I'm working on right now. I've taken some pictures, so I'll probably insert those all up in there if I haven't already. This is what I'm currently working on. It's a fighter game character. I'm making it for my other half, because he really likes this character. So the character is Bogard from King of Fighters. So it's a video game. I'm trying to make the character look shredded, as you can see. I think it's looking pretty damn good right now, if you ask me, and that makes me really happy. Got the legs left to do for the drawing part, and then I'll get on to spraying it and then painting the background like I always do. I just feel like up top it's looking good. Like everything is where it needs to be. I don't think there's anything wrong or anything, so that's why I've just moved on to the legs. And I don't know for how long, but down here I've just been working on this part right here because I'm left-handed, so I like to start on this side of the paper first. So my smearage on the paper would go on here first, on this side. So that's why I make sure with my drawing, start on this side first. Obviously you can see I completely already did the whole, you know, drawing part of the upper body up top on the whole side of the paper for what I'm doing. But sometimes I'll literally just draw it where it's like that first, and then I'll move on to that part. I don't know, I just do it because it works for me. So yeah, find your way. Sometimes I'll also use this. So let's say I'll be drawing and I'll be working, you know, got your pencil, and I'll be working and drawing, and then I'll have a piece of paper on top to kind of help with keeping the quality of the drawing before I spray it with hairspray. That way it's not going to smear as much. The pencil markings that I made on the paper to make the imagery, it's not going to dull as quickly if I have this paper compared to if my hand is just directly on it, and that just tends to happen because I just kind of rest my hand on there. So, but that's why I do stuff like that, because I just feel like it's beneficial. So anyways, I'll show you more of a view of what it looks like right now, and then I can just get back to work on this drawing, because I'm just trying to see what I can make him before February 14 comes through. Yeah, I'll just show you what it's looking like real quick. It's looking pretty damn good. Yeah, I kind of just put those lines in there. We'll see what I do with it, but at this point in time, I'm just working on down there with the leg, calf area part of the pants. Yeah, I tried to do the belt. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I need to make any changes with that, but it's just everything else is looking good, so I'm like, eh. Yeah, so that's how it's looking. Pretty damn decent, if you ask me. I'm drawing this with a mechanical pencil. That's usually what I do when I'm making my art pieces.
Just a Bic, you know, 0.7 mm HB hashtag number 2 is what it says on there.
Yes, I use that. And then this was like an art book cover, and I always use these to put whatever piece of paper I'm gonna turn into art on there, and that's how I draw. I think the muscle detail is coming in pretty damn good. I like how I did that on there. The clothes look good. The hair on the character looks good. And I've drawn him this character before, but I kind of drew him it, and the image wasn't that good, and my drawing that I drew wasn't that good back then, because I was just getting back into drawing again, and I was also trying to just make him something really fast. But nowadays, I'm going for quality over quantity. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I hope you like what you see, because I'm liking what I'm seeing. Ooh! So when I'm working on a project for an art piece and drawing, each day I'll just keep having to look at it, you know, on the times of the day when I'm not working on the piece, and then I'll be all like, ooh, you know, just making sounds of, oh my, oh my. But yeah, I was going off. I was like, ooh, ooh, like that. Yeah, that's how I know my art skills for this piece are coming through. Pretty much what we've been doing, and I'm going to continue to do this, so I'll just update you later. Anyways, see you soon. Are you getting up? No. Okay. Damn, scared me. Alright, so I've been working on this for 4 days straight, and back in December, so technically I've done 5 days, because I did the outlines of this character back then, but with all the detail and everything, I've been working on it 4 days straight, and this is, like I said, the 4th day, and now we got some progress with the leg portion. So I just did all of this yesterday and today, working on the crotch area, and trying to get over here with the progress of working on this side of, you know, his legs. I'm really happy with how it's looking. Yeah, come through. I'm gonna update you again when I get more done, but yeah, this is looking good so far. I really like what's happening. Like, look at that. Ooh, you can see the leg muscles, everything. Yeah, I'm trying to make him look like how my man looks. So yeah, that's what's up. And I'm pretty sure he'll be loving this. So that's the point, you know. Alright, I'll update you again soon. Okay, so today is the 5th day of me working on this drawing. She put a little bit of some detail in over here, but obviously it does not look like this other leg yet, because that leg is fully complete on that side, and now we're trying to do this side. So that's why it looks whack at this moment in time, but just bear with me. It'll look good soon. Anyways, yeah, so the 5th day working on this in a row. I'm trying to get this done. As you can see, I literally just have this leg to do, and that's it for the drawing part. Then I can move on and get this piece finished. So that's the goal for today. Alright, see you soon. Updating you again. So now, I finally finished this leg part. Oh my goodness, as you can see, the shadows really be bugging. So this is how it looks. The drawing portion is completely finished now. I'm really impressed with myself. Like, the detail on the pants was pretty damn good, and I tried to put muscle into the pants as well, and tried to make the character look as proportionate and symmetric as possible, because a physique that has symmetry looks really cool. I just love how it has so much muscle on the structure of the character's build. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love it. And yeah. So that means that now, this is the 5th day of, in a row working on this. So I would say 6 days total, but 5 days working it in a row. And this is where we're at. So I finally got the drawing portion done, and it looks really good. I'm really impressed with myself. Definitely leveling up over here. That's the point. We're always trying to get better, trying to improve our skills, meaning myself. I'm always trying to improve. So I'm just really happy with how it turned out, and now it's time to move on. We're gonna spray the piece and everything. We're gonna get to painting the background. Obviously gotta wait for it to dry first with the hairspray, but yeah, that's the next step after that. Just trying to make some quality pieces, quality art. I love creating, and this just makes me so happy. Like, ooh, the skills are leveling up. That's the point. That's what we try to do over here.
See, this is why I was trying to do the other view here, and then it's not working quite good at all. Like, let's see. There, that's a little bit better where you can see it. Yeah. I'll just bring it up to the camera's view. This is hard.
There we go. Ooh, check it out. But yeah, Terry Bogard coming through. I love making character art. That's why I've been just making character art lately. I just think it looks bomb and it's fun to make, and you should do what you want to do. You should do what you love and what you enjoy, stuff that's fun. So I was making like skull art. I was making zombie art before. Just like a lot of like various types of art, some cartoons and stuff. But I'm really enjoying like doing the character art. It's really fun, and you gotta do what you like to do the most, because then your energy that you put into it is going to be golden. Anyways, that's how that is. Just was updating you. Alright, hey guys, so now you finally see my face again. I know in the other clips, it's just I was working, I was in the zone. So when I'm doing all that with my art or creating some way.
Yeah, she tends to not really show her face.
Anyways, so now it's time to hairspray the drawing, since I've done all the detail and all of the pencil drawing part of the drawing. That's complete. And I use a hairspray that has a maximum hold. That way, as soon as I spray it down on the paper, it's going to hold my detail for long lasted periods of time. So, yeah, it just says max hold. You know, doesn't matter what hairspray you have, just it has to be maximum hold so that it's going to work. And so you won't have to be struggling, because I used to not hairspray my drawings, and yeah, the detail faded over time, and you touch it barely and then the shit smears, and now I have to like try to like put the detail in again. So that's the purpose of hairspraying your art, or spraying it just in general with something. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Alright, so I recommend putting your art piece on top of a paper towel, so have your paper towels underneath it. And then I like to spray the art piece. So, let me get this open. When I'm spraying the art piece, I kind of like to be from the side so I can kind of look at and see what I'm doing. Really making sure you're getting in there and getting all the parts coated correctly. Let's do this other leg. Yeah, it's hard to film this and do this at the same time, but I'll get better. Alright, something. Super satisfying though. I love doing this. Alright. I'd say that should probably be good enough. Yeah, I think I got every area. Yeah, I did. Okay. Now that I've literally swamped my art piece filled with hairspray, because I wanted it to be coated good. Kind of do that. Sometimes, especially because I was filming, I couldn't really see how much I was putting on. It kind of just makes it where you coat the piece a little bit too crazy. Yeah, so I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I just know it makes sense to me because I deal with this all the time. So what I kind of like to do is just do that. So I'm taking a paper towel and I'm kind of like going over it that way. I just couldn't really see what I was doing, and that's where you'll get a case like what I just did. But I'm not tripping because I know how to like dab it, and then you take it from the underside and get the other parts out that way, like I was saying, like where you're doing this. And you gently do it because you don't want to like, because you gotta think about when your hair is wet, it's in its most delicate vulnerable stage. So same thing with a piece of paper. So you gotta just be mindful of that. A little piece of hair got on there. But yeah, this just helps get rid of the excess. Next, and it's drying a little bit more now, so that's good. It's like almost completely fully dried. There's like probably like one more spot right here. Oh damn, yeah, that shit. Well, hairspray does start to stick to the table. That's why it's imperative that you make sure after every time you make an art piece, you gotta clean your table. Now that the piece is fully dried, where it's not like going crazy, what I mean by that is it's dry to the point, it's still wet, but it's not like, I took this saturation and most of the drippage, it's gone now off of the piece of paper. So that's what I was saying. Now technically I could work on painting it now. Ooh, check him out. Yeah, I know. It's just, I know this drawing that I've been working on the past few days. I know it's good. I know it's bomb. I know it's great. So it's just right for me to make my sounds of excitement and oh my. So that's what I was doing right there. But anyways, I'm back. You know, I had to eat because creating makes me really hungry. And then I got some water in and then I stretched. But it's like 11:02 now. So we're back at it. It's time to do the painting now. Got my trusty little, I was about to call this a pencil, paintbrush. I got my trusty little paintbrush right here that I always use because then it helps me get in the small little details delicately, yes, without fucking up. I just don't want to be messing up, so that's why I always make sure to use that super tiny brush. And then black oil paint as always. That's how she rolls. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so since the time is already 11, I'm going to write the date on here as the 23rd. Because then it'll become 11 o'clock soon, then it'll become the 23rd. Because right now, technically, it's still the 22nd. But no, that's kind of what I do. I'm like, oh, let's see. Am I going to have this done with painting it and, you know, all that by the end of the day? And it's like, if I know I can't finish it by 12, then whatever the next day is, that's what I write on for the date. Alright, so now I need to I gotta make sure I don't accidentally F up. So, what I gotta do next, I gotta do the outlines for the piece. You gotta do that first, then you can do the background. You gotta work smartly. So you're just gonna get paint everywhere on your piece of artwork that you work really hard on if you don't do the outlines, the inner outlines of the character or whatever you're drawing, making, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's some people that they don't have to move the piece of paper around in order to get all the areas and parts, but I just know I work more efficiently like this, so that is why I do what I do. And I like to take just a teeny little bit of paint out at each time, especially when I'm working with doing the outlines for the drawing, because don't want to have like this big gulp of paint on the paper yet, because there's more chances if you do that you could wreck your whole entire wonderful work that you spend hours, days on, if you're like me. So But yeah, when I was working on the drawing part for this one, I was doing like several days at a time. And each day that I was working on it, I was 2 times, 3 times, taking a break, coming back to work on it again. I do that sometimes, and other times, if I feel like I got enough in for said day on whatever art piece I'm going on, then I won't work on it any more times of the day, and it'll just be that one session, and then I'll call it good. Alright, I'm pretty much going to shut up now because I need to focus. Gotta get this done tonight. Usually, if I finish the drawing part on one day for, let's say, like an art piece that I'm working on, I do try to get, you know, spraying it done and then painting it where I'm totally completely finished with said art piece so that I can move on to something else, or so that one will just be done and I don't have to work on it anymore. So sometimes I just like take breaks after I do a certain piece. It just depends, because like that shit can really wear me out, because like I spend so much like time and energy and effort on it, and it just kind of drains me. But I do tend to usually have more energy when it comes to like making the clothes. It's just this takes up more processing power for me because all the details with the piece, so it's really rough sometimes. But I still enjoy making art, and like I said, I really love making the character art lately. It's so fun. I think because I'm into fashion and I'm into fitness and I like muscles and all that, I think that's why I like doing the character art, like drawing that so much more
compared to like drawing zombies and stuff like that. This is just more fun to me at this moment in time.
So I'm conscious as much as possible to look at my hands when I keep painting, because I want to make sure I'm not really getting paint on my hands, and if I do, I'm taking a paper towel and like trying to wipe that off or going to wash my hands. That way I won't smear stuff and wreck my art piece that I've spent so much time making, and then it would just be a fail to just get to painting the background part, and then, you know,
the paint gets all up on your art piece and smeared everywhere, and then it basically wrecks everything. So I try not to have that happen. So I'm like really conscious that I always look periodically and try to like think about my placement, like, oh, where am I putting my fingers on a piece of paper to rest? It's like, oh, is it near where I just painted or something like that? Because that does tend to happen sometimes, because like I said, I'll be trying to do the, trace it, outlines. So do that first, before you can work on the actual background part, or you can go more ham. But with this one, you gotta have patience, withstand the test of time with it, because it really does test your patience. And you just gotta be really careful, because you have to be like on high alert. So I wouldn't recommend doing the background and painting it if you don't know how to like get in the zone with doing that. If you get like easily distracted, I would not recommend it. Just like, oh, just do your drawing and then call it good. But me, I think it looks really good with the black background, and I like painting the backgrounds black, so that's why I do that. Makes the art piece, I feel like, pop. So it looks super cool. And I'm all about having stuff look good, so that's why I'm gonna be trying to do that.
Now it just has to dry, and then I have to unwarp it. So the painting, finally complete! Yay! Totally completely painted the background. That makes me happy! Yeah, she literally whipped this shit out real quick. Did I say 6 days? Yeah, I think. You know what I'm saying? So I said 5 days in a row, so yeah. But 6 days in total. Ooh! Yeah! I'm gonna show you it again when it's all dry and I unwarp it and all that. Anyways, I will see you then in a week or something. Alright, I'm out.